On the long nights across the Hawaiian Islands, when the moon rises high in the clear sky and the ocean breeze drifts in carrying the salty scent of the sea mingled with the gentle fragrance of plumeria flowers, people often gather around the fire, listening to the waves crashing endlessly against the mysterious black cliffs, letting their souls drift with the ancient stories. The Hawaiians call these mulalo, tales passed down through generations, meant not only to explain the world but also to remind descendants of their origins, of the bond between humans, the gods, and nature. Among countless stories, there is one image that always shines with gentle yet enduring light: Hina, the woman regarded as the mother of Maui, and also the goddess of the moon, of endless creativity, of maternal love that never runs dry. The elders say that if one night you look up at the moon, you may see Hina's silhouette sitting by her loom, her hands endlessly weaving a white cloth stretching across the stars. The light of that cloth is what shines down upon the world, guiding voyagers at sea, soothing the loneliness of wanderers, and comforting hearts still yearning for faith. Hawaii has long been a land of mythology. The four great gods, Kane, Ku, Lono, and Kanaloa, shaped the heavens and the seas, while other gods and demigods such as Pele, the goddess of volcanoes, or Maui, the cunning trickster, performed great feats that transformed human life. Yet among all these deities, Hina holds a unique place. She is not only a mother, the source of life, but also eternal light. In different stories, Hina takes on many forms, sometimes Hina of the moon, sometimes Hina of the ocean waves, sometimes Hina of the sky. But in essence, she embodies creativity, patience, and a soft power before which all must bow. The Hawaiians believe Hina is the mother of Maui, and that it was from her that he inherited the strength and wisdom to carry out his extraordinary deeds. Maui slowed the sun so that days could last longer, captured the winds in his nets, lifted islands from the sea, and brought fire to humankind. Yet if Maui is the hero who reshaped the world through strength and cleverness, Hina is the hidden source behind those feats, the one who gave him not only life, but also will. That is why the stories of Hina always carry a gentle tone, steeped in maternal love, bathed in the tender light of the moon. Hina is not only present in the legends of Maui. She is also tied to another grand tale, the journey to the moon. The Hawaiians tell that, while living on Earth, Hina was a woman of extraordinary beauty, talent, and vitality. She often wove cloth, making kapa, the traditional fabric crafted from bark. The steady beat of her loom resounded rhythmically, blending with the sound of the waves and the wind passing through the forest. Yet life on Earth was not always filled with happiness. There were hardships, sorrows, and challenges that made her feel confined and stifled. One day, she lifted her gaze to the sky and saw the brilliant full moon. She decided to leave the earth behind and ascend to the moon, where she could weave her eternal cloth without disturbance. From that day on, the bright moonlight has been the radiance flowing from Hina's cloth. People see her sitting there, patiently weaving thread by thread, never resting. That cloth has never been completed, just as the moon's light has never faded. And so, Hina became the symbol of perseverance, of a life cycle without end, of hope forever being woven, endlessly, eternally. Each time the moon is full, its light shines brightest, as if Hina's cloth is stretched to its fullest, covering the heavens. People believe that this is when Hina is closest to the world, when she looks down and bestows blessings upon harvests, upon love, and upon new life. And when the moon wanes, when darkness takes away part of its light, it is said that Hina is resting for a while, or it may also be that her cloth folds in part, only to unfold again more brilliantly on the following night. That cycle repeats endlessly, becoming not only a calendar for Hawaiian farmers and fishermen but also a spiritual rhythm, reminding them that life is always cyclical, and that light always returns after darkness. Sitting by the shores of Hawaii, listening to the murmuring waves and watching the moonlight shimmer across the water, people feel as though Hina is present. Some say they have heard the sound of a loom echoing down from the moon, others claim to have seen a slender figure sitting motionless within its glow. Hawaiian children grow up with these stories, so that whenever they face hardship, they look up at the moon and believe that a mother, from some distant place, is still watching over them, still weaving for them a fabric of hope. And within that eternal moonlight, the image of Hina weaving cloth becomes such a sacred symbol that no Hawaiian could ever forget it. They say that whenever warriors of old set sail, or whenever families guided their children through rites of passage, they would look up at the moon as if seeking Hina's blessing. The mother seated above was not only a figure of myth, but also a faith deeply woven into daily life, where moonlight illuminated the path, and where whispers from the moon seemed to remind them that every hardship would pass, that every darkness would eventually be dissolved beneath the cloth of light. People also say it is thanks to Hina that humans learned patience. To weave a kapa cloth is not something that can be finished in a day, just as raising a child to adulthood cannot be measured in fleeting moments. Every thread, every fiber, every beat of the loom requires time, endurance, and a heart vast enough to hold it. Hina taught humankind that creativity and love always walk hand in hand with patience, that nothing truly beautiful exists without process. And so, when they gaze upon the moon, they see not only its light but also the reflection of their own mothers, those earthly women who patiently nurtured, cared, and sacrificed in silence so their children could grow. In many versions of Hawaiian mythology, Hina is also linked to the ocean. Sometimes she is told of as Hina of the sea, a goddess dwelling within the waves, her long hair flowing with the currents, her eyes as deep as the ocean. Other times she is called Hina of the sky, the one who embroidered the clouds and the moon itself. Each Hawaiian island has its own way of naming her, but all agree she is light, she is origin, she is the primordial mother. This diversity of images ensures that Hina is never confined. She is like the moon itself, always changing shape in her cycle, sometimes full, sometimes waning, but never disappearing, always returning, always present. There is another famous story about Hina and the waterfall of Hilo. It is said that Hina once lived near the falls, in a cave hidden behind the white curtain of rushing water. Each day, she would weave kapa to the sound of the cascade, and the rhythms of loom and waterfall merged into an endless symphony of nature. But then one day, monsters from the sea rose up, threatening to destroy her dwelling. Hina did not fear. She prayed to the gods, and the very light from her being caused the creatures to tremble and flee. From that time on, the people of Hilo believed that the waterfall in their land, the waterfall, they believe, still carries the strength and spirit of Hina, and so they performed rituals of offering and gratitude to her. From this story, Hilo, now a great city on the island of Hawaii, has continued to breathe with legend, proof that Hina has never abandoned humankind. The image of Hina sitting on the moon weaving cloth became a source of inspiration for festivals, chants, and even hula, the traditional dance of Hawaii. In hula performances that tell of her, the dancer turns gracefully, arms weaving as if tracing every thread, every stitch, every rhythm of the loom. Their eyes lift skyward, their smiles soft, as though conversing with the immortal mother. Ancient chants, called mele, resound with her name, praising her gentle light, her endless patience, her eternal motherly love. Because of this, the legend of Hina has never faded, always alive, always flowing through the veins of Hawaiian culture. From the figure of Hina, the Hawaiian people drew philosophy for life. They believe that each person is weaving their own cloth. That cloth might be family, it might be career, it might be relationships or dreams. Whatever it may be, the process of weaving requires patience, endurance, and at times even sacrifice. Looking up at the moon, they are reminded that no matter the hardship, they can keep going, for Hina has never ceased her weaving. The moonlight shining upon the ocean is proof that no matter how turbulent or dark the world may become, love and creativity still remain, eternal and unbroken. Today, as fairy tales give way to the rhythm of modern life, much may be forgotten, but in Hawaii, Hina still endures. Guides tell visitors of her, artisans carve the moon's image into jewelry to honor her, mothers lull their children to sleep whispering stories of the great mother above weaving her cloth of light. Children grow up knowing that there is a sacred mother in the heavens, and that moonlight is not just a natural phenomenon, but a testament to everlasting love. And when you stand on a Hawaiian shore, with the wind running through your hair and the waves at your feet, if you lift your eyes to the moon, you will understand why the people here love Hina so deeply. You will see that the moon's glow is not cold, but tender as an embrace. You will hear, within the sound of waves, the beat of the loom, within the shimmering light, the threads of weaving, and within your heart, a strange and profound peace will arise. That is the magic of Hina, the magic that has lived for thousands of years and will live on forever. And the story does not end with a final period, for Hina never ceases to weave. Her cloth will continue to stretch across the centuries, just as moonlight will continue to shine, reminding humankind that there is always an immortal mother watching over us, protecting us, and gifting us eternal hope. Hina, the mother of Maui, the goddess of the moon, remains, in every beam of light we see, in every story we tell, and in every heartbeat that still believes in love.